Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. I want to say a real quick thanks to French Quarters Guest Apartments for being our New York City hotel. Let them be your headquarters in New York City. Go to FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. That's FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. And look who's here. Star of America's Got Talent, the only comedian left in the competition in a big, big show over at Radio City Music Hall, Taylor Williamson. Welcome him back to the show. What's up, buddy?
Hey, thanks for having me again. I said that I said it off there, but now I mean it. I didn't mean it last time.
Dude, we want you to win this thing, man. We're behind you.
No, thank you.
So who's up against you?
Well,
what kind of acts we looking at?
We got military hero country singer, coal mining military.
So you're looking at backstory people. People have good backstories.
The opera singer who came out to his parents and they don't approve of his lifestyle, but he still sings because.
Check him. just give him the award right now.
But they're all really. It's funny is they're actually all really good though.
Yeah.
Like there's no nonsense. There's novelty acts in this thing, but the final 12, everyone's really good for what they do. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you can check that.
Do you know who you were up against, like personally? Like, is it like last time we talked to you?
Well, you go head to
knew
head.
who you were head to head against.
Right. It's not like
know
Star
those
Search
times?
where they would narrow. I guess Star Search would narrow it down like the comedian winner and the dance winner.
Well, no, because it's one winner.
Yeah.
You don't know this time. No, last time you felt like wasn't it a head to head thing?
No.
Like
But it is sometimes. But I'm saying, what he's saying is in other competitions, what makes us different. There was one winner for each type of talent you had.
Got it.
This is one overall winner.
Yeah.
So you. Do you have any backstory at all? Is there anything you can muster up?
I don't.
Any like embarrassing, like nightmarish story?
I've tried. I keep telling them I got bullied a lot. You guys. I got,
Mike, you got bullied a lot.
that's
Mike's thing.
Oh, that's Mike's.
Mike's
Mike's story.
Yeah. But he's not on the show.
Hey, Mike, may I use your story? You got
Absolutely. You know what?
Can you just say you were? Any chance you were a huge fat kid when you were in the 4th grade?
I was chubby from 4th grade to 9th grade.
There's your backstory right there. You were fat.
And like I know, I have so much to talk about.
Anti-bullying is a big thing. Go for it.
I know they won't let me though.
Why?
They say that I don't know if this is whatever. They're like, but it's what happens is in the interviews they do the whole well, tell us about how you got bullied. If you want to talk about it, that's cool, you know. And they cut out all the parts that they want to use, you know. But they're making me look really good, but. They're just pushing that I'm silly and I can't believe people like me.
Well, I don't know if you just heard backstage that one of the guys in the band that got hit with a cab. He was in a cab, but he got hit by some drag racers.
I was like, wow, that's a great backstory.
Yeah, why not just use that?
Drag racers.
You were in a coma for a week.
And lived without his skull. Lived skullless.
He's like way funnier than I'll ever be. It's so funny. Like I worked 10 years to be as funny as that. Like
there's your backstory. How about you're a comedian who's not funny? There's your backstory. Like, you know how awful it is to be a not funny comedian. There's a million of those actually.
When you hear a story like that, don't you think, like, as a comic, man, I wish that happened to me. It's such a good bit. That's like 10 minutes of material.
Well, that's what it is. I've never written anything clever in my life. My life is a disaster. My act is just retelling stuff.
I got carjacked when I live in LA, but when I first lived in Los Angeles, I got carjacked. The people pulled me out of my car. And then they couldn't drive a stick shift.
Oh.
So
they pulled you. They couldn't drive a stick.
No way.
And I had to drive them to the destination.
That's the best story ever. Have them.
Way.
And I'm like glad it happened because I got a 5-minute bit out of it.
Sure.
Comics, we're happy when tragic, horrible things happen
but
to us.
But with a funny twist, they couldn't drive a stick. I mean, that's amazing.
That's real life, though. And you know what's great about that is I did that bit in San Francisco, and someone told me, hey, you know, so-and-so does that bit. And I'm like, what? This happened to me.
How about if the guy who carjacked you happened to get into comedy, turned his life around? So one time I couldn't take the car, and then you're like, and all of a sudden you guys become a duo.
My career is going so bad before America's Got Talent. That I would have taken you up on that. That's a good idea. Maybe I should contact that guy.
Contact the guy. Go, listen, hey, remember, why don't you do comedy? And you know, you can be like the guy. Your backstory is you used to be a thief and you had to get out. You know,
the perp and the victim.
Right.
You know, one of the
perp and the victim.
That's what it's real. See you at Zany's, one show headlining Wednesdays at Zany's.
Which Zany's?
I don't know.
Oh, the perp and the victim.
The bit is that I get one night headlining on a Wednesday.
I did that. One time I was in San Francisco and I did a bit that was like gay oriented, and it kind of bombed. And I said on stage, I said, "God, that bit kills in Pittsburgh." And from the back of the punchline in San Francisco, a guy goes, "You're not in Pittsburgh. You're not in Pittsburgh, fat ass." So I don't know. I mean, do you think? Well, you got to be extra funny without a backstory.
Well, I mean, they're pushing my. It's working. Like I keep saying now at this point. Like
how many episodes have you gotten through?
So this is the fifth round or whatever. So the top 12. I'm one of the top 12 most talented people in America officially. Sorry, guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no talent in this room. And you, but Howard's on your side.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a big deal.
That's so rad.
That's great.
I don't care if it sounds like I'm bragging, but I got Howard Stern's standing ovation. He doesn't do that.
No, I know. That's right. That's great.
And
that's great.
But now the problem
is.
But
what happened? No one else was standing up.
Everyone else.
Heidi Klum just sits there like a Nazi.
What?
I don't understand why the Jew is clapping.
She sits there like a beautiful princess.
Yeah, she sits there like a princess. What is this act you are doing?
Have you had any further interactions with Heidi? Because I know things were a little strained the last time when she said that you weren't appropriate for her children to listen to.
You are inappropriate for the children to listen to.
Have things developed any further with you and Heidi?
Well, so she said I was appropriate for children. So my last act, I did a bunch of jokes. I catered my performance towards I said I opened up. I said, Heidi, I really respect your opinion on stand-up comedy, and I wrote a bunch of jokes that are child-friendly.
Did people laugh when you said that?
It was brilliant. I watched it. It was awesome.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
No,
are you being sarcastic?
No. I watched it because I'm like, he played the heart and the crowd went bananas. I loved it. It was awesome.
Wow, so you were watching.
Yeah, I watched.
Nice. So
thanks,
it worked.
Mike.
It worked.
No, so I did a bunch of jokes that was like I act like I'm doing cute jokes, like, hey, me and Heidi went to the zoo. Anyone ever go to the zoo before? And then the crowd's like, yeah, I went to the zoo. I saw a camel, had really tiny humps. Hope she has a nice personality, right? So it's like
I don't get it.
She liked all of them until the racial joke at the end.
What was that?
Do you want to I'll tell you the joke right now?
Yeah, I want to hear the racial joke, sure.
All right, the joke is my friend Margie just got a Labradoodle. If you're not familiar with this, cutest dog I've ever seen in my entire life. It's a mix between a lab and a doodle. Came and makes up a dog's father. There's a 4-pound black poodle. Dog's mother, 60-pound white Labrador retriever. That's a huge size difference, but I guess it proves the stereotype that black poodles love fat white bitches.
And that had a kill. Come on.
It worked really well.
Yeah.
And,
but Heidi Klum was in an interracial marriage.
You know what's so funny? I was texting my cousin today. I was like, I couldn't figure out why she was laughing. She was playing along. She was into it.
Yeah, because she was married to a black man.
But in the last joke, she was stone-faced. Now I just realized, I think she thought the joke was about her.
I'm definitely, she probably thought that. Yeah.
But like, that's not at all where my brain was.
In this joke, am I the doodle? Am I the doodle in your cute little joke? You will die in flames. What do you think, Howie Mandel? Mr. Stern? Is he cute enough for you? Am I the Labra or the Doodle?
I'm such a fan of Heidi Klum. I just have to say she's very talented.
You are.
And,
I know. Look, she's very talented. And actually, she's a real smart broad. She invented Project Runway, right? I mean, she's got a bunch of money from that, probably.
Right.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, and but then after the performance, backstage, she kissed me on my forehead, and she Instagrammed a photo of her kissing my forehead.
Nice. Beautiful.
So I got that going.
Really?
For me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you pleasure yourself to that?
I was thinking that. I was like, I took a slight offense to it, honestly, because I took it as.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel.
Like I went out with like.
Do you think she's being condescending, like arrogant, like petting you almost?
But I see it as like like I'm a hot chick and he's a dork.
You don't have a shot.
But obviously she's beautiful, wonderful.
You're a dork. I like Seal and his scarred up face.
So it sounds like
I want a huge African with scars on face.
What a scumbag.
You are nothing like this. Nothing. I kiss your disgusting forehead and I poo-poo on you.
So,
I love Heidi Klum so much. She's so wonderful.
Oh,
It's
it
just
sounds
wonderful.
well. It sounds like
Wonderful.
I don't know who you're talking about. You must be thinking of some horrible person.
She's a horrible person.
No, see, we gotta fix that in the transcript. Yeah, you're right. Her, yeah.
No, I am not a horrible person.
No, I think she's a beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady.
it sounds like you've kind of patched things up, but made them worse. in a way,
I
right?
think now
By coming on this show.
No,
think-
but
No,
even
she
before
she's not
that.
going to hear the show. But.
No, she's a big fan of art. She we talked backstage about you. She's like, "Oh, you doing an Artie Lange show? Tell him I say hello."
Tell him we all say hello. Me, from the big gangbang we had once in Aspen, it was me, Artie, Seal, Naomi Campbell, Christy Tillington, Cassie Island, me, and Artie. We were all, oh, and Daryl Strawberry bought an 8-ball of the cocaine.
Hey, Artie. So I started comedy in San Diego. Do you want to talk about that? I think that's really interesting.
I let Artie do cocaine off my hoo-hoo-ha. Taylor Williamson, vote for him on America's Got Talent coming up this Tuesday. Back after that.